You cheeky bastard. Now you know how powerful I really am.
Be water, my friend.
Kiss my Converse.
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
You don't even know the basic technique of Kung Fu.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
With several countries now in the mix for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, I'd like to share with you my review of the cult flick known as Shaolin Soccer. Let's dive in. Shaolin Soccer is a 2001 kung fu sports comedy directed by Stephen Chow, and he also stars in this movie as the main character, Sing, who is known by his Shaolin brothers as the Mighty Steel Leg. As a postgraduate student of Shaolin, he takes up a temporary job as a janitor until he can find a way to promote kung fu to the masses. During his intro, he has a chance meeting with a man named Feng, played by the late veteran actor Ng Man Tat, who was formerly known in the soccer world as Golden Leg. Prior to meeting Sing, Feng is drowning his sorrows in alcohol as he wrestles with the consequences of a deal he took with a former teammate known as Hung, played by Patrick Say, the father of Nicholas Say from Dragon Tiger Gate. In the 1980s, Hung bet a large amount of money against his own team before approaching Feng with a check that he told him would pay, so long as Feng intentionally missed a kick in their latest match. Feng, who was more arrogant and greedier in his younger days, took the check and missed on purpose, only to soon get ambushed by a mob of people who were supposedly angry audience members. These people broke Feng's leg, and as Hung's younger self hinted at with his smile, his older self 20 years later straight up tells a now defeated and desperate Feng that he hired those people to break his leg, most likely in retaliation for Feng's mistreatment of him back when they were teammates. With Hung currently a successful businessman and Feng down on his luck, all seems lost for him until the words of Sing catch his attention, as Sing believes that the soccer players they were both watching on TV don't seem as skilled as they could be if they knew Kung Fu. When Feng asks him what he's getting at, Sing shares his core belief, which is that Kung Fu is a way of life and not simply for fighting. Sing's philosophy is that if more people practice Kung Fu, their lives would improve, and he seeks to promote it so that more people would realize this truth. Feng expresses disbelief, but after seeing the superhuman results of Sing's training, a spark ignites in him as he gets the bright idea to build a soccer team filled with people who know Shaolin Kung Fu. From there, the movie takes off as it shows this duo recruiting and training all of Sing's former classmates, with the goal of forming a competitive Team Shaolin that can eventually challenge Hung's Team Evil at soccer and win the $1 million prize. Shaolin Soccer has a lot of fun movie material to offer its audiences, and while I have a few critiques here and there, this was a good time from start to finish, so let's get into it. The pros. For one, the comedy in this movie definitely kept me entertained. The types of humor being used in Shaolin Soccer range from physical comedy, like outrageous and quirky feats that are exaggerated with CGI, to jokes involving more on-the-nose nods and references, like Saving Private Ryan, Game of Death, and even E.T. Another pro I could give is how moving the sincerity of this movie was. I like how it acknowledged that Feng wasn't the best person in his past, but that he wants to win with genuine effort in the present, while teaching his new recruits what it means to play soccer, how to approach the game, and that success only comes with teamwork. Lastly, the core chemistry between the cast was pretty strong. Stephen Chow's performance as Sing lends itself well to both 1, the main plot of him doing his best to encourage his Shaolin brothers, and 2, his friendship turned romance with Ah Mei, played by Zhao Wei, a girl who gradually learns to love, respect, and appreciate herself just as much as she and Sing learn to do for each other. I personally found everyone's on-screen bonding to be very endearing, so that was a plus in my book. The cons. Thankfully, I don't have many cons, but there are a few I can name. Even though more of the humor landed than not, there were a few moments that either weirded me out or seemed like low-hanging fruit. For the former, there was one part of Team Shaolin's training that seemed a little too excessive to have happening, and for the latter, there was one fat joke which had me going, really? That's what we're doing? Another con I could mention is more of a nitpick, but simply put, part of the movie's comedy slightly undermines one of its core messages. While I like the idea of Feng telling his rival Hung in one scene that he wants to compete against him fair and square, the trade-off for his team's funny and cool maneuvers is that they themselves pull some moves which are technically illegal, like a player holding the ball with one's belly and moving over the goal line, or a goalie throwing the ball into the opposing team's goal and scoring. I can overlook these things for this kind of movie because of how much unbelievable stuff Shaolin Soccer wants us to just go with, but Fung not wanting to cheat or deal with cheating players from other teams seems a little odd when his own team isn't completely squeaky clean. Overall though, I can take plenty of jokes and suspend enough of my disbelief to enjoy this film, and this is one I'd be willing to revisit in the future. Having seen Kung Fu Hustle first, I'm also grateful that I got to see more of Stephen Chow's work and how this movie influenced that one. So, I'm going to give Shaolin Soccer 8 out of 10 kicks. What did you all think of Shaolin Soccer? How does this movie stack up for you compared to other movies in Stephen Chow's filmography? Whatever your thoughts are, comment below and let us know. Don't forget to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for more updates to the channel's content. This is DK from Lone Wolf and Cub signing off. Take care, and to our soccer fans out there, enjoy this year's FIFA World Cup.